Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade EM and Chat Repair. Yes, I'm over 7 hours late today. Reason why is there's a little thing that's called scheduled overtime. And that's what I was doing 12 hours today. I needed to get some work done on this straight flush. I was going to do the play field today. Earlier today, we're going to do the playfield next Sunday. My problem is I forgot to rebuild the credit unit assembly. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop the head off, throw it on my table, because right now on my table is this. This is a Williams Sorcerer that I'm doing a playfield swap. Yeah, it's not all the way. It just looks weird at the reflection. On this, you'll see videos coming up on it. I got all the GI wiring that where the sockets are in the playfield, like right here. And here, I got them all soldered and wired and stapled in. So, this is going to go inside the Sorcerer for right now. Let me grab it this way. So that will be on my YouTube channel. Mark's Basement Arcade. Let me put a link up for that. Let's go back to computer cam. I will put a link up for that. As soon as my thing uploads. And where's my mouse go? My mouse disappeared on my computer. There it goes. Copy. Come on. There we go. Copy. And here. Come on. Paste. Oh, this thing is slow. And there we go. That's my YouTube channel. So if you could like and subscribe. And this is getting confusing. I got my TV here. I don't know if you can see it. My TV's right here, and I was just looking at myself, look down onto the computer, and I was like this still for a long time, and I thought it froze. Sorry about that loud noise. Anyways, we're gonna get this head off, and I think I'll just leave it on this angle till we get the head off and do that. So the reason why I want to do this head right away is because I have my table out, and I always rebuild the heads on the table. And I think that's a 9/16. I always do the heads on the table because I lay them down and I keep the glass out. So that's where I do the heads. And I'm just like all mixed up today. I didn't even get my my stream info up correctly. It had stream info from Thursday. And another reason why I'm live, nobody is here today except for me. Dan is at a Bucks game, I believe. I'm hoping that they win for him. And I didn't even need this because these bolts are loose. Alright, I'm going to unplug the Jones plugs. Yeah. These are in there nice and tight, which are good. And then one more. This one only has two, which is good. These will come right off. So what's everybody else doing besides watching me? I know there's people watching. I can see that there's a couple at least. So if you want to chat, we can chat, or you can just listen to me ramble on about this. Alright, screws out. Head's loose. Nothing else. Alright. Credit unit. I don't know how good we're going to get on it. So let me switch cameras. Let's see what the best angle would be. I guess one of the angles to be would be to get my camera up higher so I can get down and get over on the top. Yes. So instead of making you guys seasick, I'm going to move the camera this way. So otherwise, all you guys will get seasick watching this thing move back and forth. Okay. There we go. The camera loose. Come on, leg. That's the wrong one, that's why. There we go. Tighten it up. Tighten it up. And then one more. So yeah, 12 hours today. Yes, Sundays, well, not work. This is my show. I normally do it at 2 p.m. Central Time, but today I had to do some unscheduled work. Well, they call it what do you call it? Scheduled overtime. So I kind of didn't have a choice today of what I was doing. So, but yeah, normally Sundays at 2 p.m. I do the show, and I do EM repair work, and I'll be getting into other types of repair, but basically it's all old school EM machines. I'm trying to get this set up good for you guys. Let's see what we are. Normally, in about what time is it? In about 2 hours, Dan would be on doing his show. All right, we probably got a decent view right there, actually, which isn't bad at all. Let's see what we're at. We're gonna get it a little tighter. We will move this over here more. So you can see it. If you hear any of that clunking, that's my kid in his room doing I don't know what. Okay, we're on manual focus. He's got this new thing called Oculus or whatever. Oculus headset or something like that. Anyways, that's one of the new things he's doing now. So you guys can see me there, and you can see me here. So yeah, he's got his little Oculus headset, and I don't know what he does that makes so much noise. I don't know if he's bumping into walls or smacking into things or falling down, but he's doing something that makes a lot of noise. Alright. So what I like to do, I like to get these loose, which is going to be hard because I normally have my camera in one spot, and I have it totally moved for doing this job. What we're going to do is rebuild the credit unit and put a free play mod on it, so we can the customer doesn't have to add quarters to the machine, and it will just, every time you hit the credit button, it will give a free game. So we're going to do both of them. Okay, so what we really need to rebuild, since this thing moves real nice and free, is we're going to put new coil sleeves on and make sure all these linkages are nice and free, which they feel really free. But we'll take them apart and we'll clean them anyways. We will clean all the switches here, which you can't see. There. We will clean these switches and get all that stuff all nice and pretty. But what I need to do now is, this wheel is out of whack. As you can see right here, this wheel is on 14. It should be on 0 with no credits. I'm wondering if it got spun. It almost feels like it got spun too far at one time. So anyways, what we're going to do is, I'm going to get my screwdriver, my naphtha, super lube, switch adjuster. Yes, on this machine, it's still got quarters to add credit, but what's nice about this is, let me see, he's got one coin mech on this. So it looks like, I hope it was set. It looks like it's set to add credits. I've never tried it, but it looks like it's all whacked up. I don't think it worked. It looks like somebody was in there messing with it and got it all bent up. But I see there is one coin mech in it, and there's one coin mech missing. So I don't know if that was like that all the time or what. This is definitely a different one. It's got a nut on the bottom compared to just screwing into a plate. Okay, get this nut out. And then since that screws out, we'll swing this out of the way after we loosen this one. This is the leaf right here. This is basically what will trick the whole unit to let it know if it's got credits on it or not, just by these leaves getting pushed the right way and touching the right way. Oh, this is fun. This is one of these oddball ones, that's why. Alright, so we will have to take this completely off. There's a plate right here. Normally on these the credit unit, it's either on the top or on the bottom, but there's one like right in the middle of the stack. So what I'm going to have to do is completely take this off to adjust this. Well, not to adjust it, to clean up the whole mechanism. See, I normally work on the head. Alright, be right back. I normally work on the head, and then I get done with the head, and then I work on something else. But this was a special kind of like situation. Oh, look at that. There's a hack job right there. This was a kind of a special situation. I had a guest on the show, and we talked a lot and worked a lot and messed around, and in a mess, I think we just skipped it. Or was that a different game? No, that was this one. Yeah. we just skipped it. So it never got cleaned like it should have. Alright, we got that. Now I need to see why this isn't going. There we go. Alright, yeah, it was a little goofed up. Now, another thing I always do is I take lots of pictures of everything that I work on. And I'm going to take a picture of that stack so I know it was split. The reason why I take pictures is because even though I take these things apart a billion times, sometimes I forget how to go back together. So I always take pictures. Alright, I wish I would have set everything up previously, because this is really hard for me to do one because I'm like leaning over the top of it. Now this spring comes off. It should have 3 winds to it, which is 1, 2, and 3, and 4. This one had 4 winds on it. It shouldn't have. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to loosen this off, which is going to be a pain in the butt now. I get my tools. What is that? 7/16. I might be able to loosen it up because it's got a big wheel on it. There we go. Yep. I gotta take this off so we can separate it. Yes, you always take pictures. Always, tons of them. Tons of pictures. Here's a credit wheel. And if you have no credits, it will be lit right here. Well, it won't be lit. It will show in the window. Then it will go 1. You can set this game up to 37 credits. Which, if somebody wants to put 37 quarters in a machine, go for it. I think that's kind of crazy myself. That's a lot of quarters. You know, all my parts over here, I need to keep them separate in separate piles. This spring will come off here, and then it will come off the shaft. Next spring is this little one right here. That will come off. Then we get a spacer. No spacer on this one. I'm going to set these here because I want them to be in my way right here, so I know where they go. That will lift up, and then this will slide off. Now what we're going to do is get this unscrewed so we can get the coil sleeve out. And here's my screwdriver. Yep, pictures. Lots of pictures. I can see I have a repair to do here too. This wire here looks like it was cut at one time and then soldered together, so I'm gonna actually solder a brand new wire on here between both of them. I don't know how I can get over here to get my hand in here to take this apart better. I might end up just, let's take that off, get it out of the way. Because that's going to be in my way anyways. And what size is it? 5/16. Not a 3/8, is it? almost feels like 3/8. So yeah, I guess it is. Let's put that there. What I'm doing is I'm just getting this thing completely out of my way. That makes it a little easier for me to work on this. I don't believe that's a factory bolt, a square one. But you never know. Back in the day, they did lots of things. And that is not factory because there's no washer under it. Should be a washer right there. And I believe we have washers, so we will put one back. That's out of my way now. Now we can get straight to this. Alright, we're going to get these two little screws out. Because we're going to replace the coil sleeve on this. The coil sleeve is a kind of like a sacrificial part. It is designed to take the wear and destruction instead of the actual coil. I will show you. Not too dirty. I use these blue, just little towels you get out of the box. Here's the plunger, which I can feel is greasy. Let's wipe that off. That shouldn't be any grease on it at all. This is naphtha. I put in a little bottle so I don't contaminate it with cleaning other parts. Let's see how much grease is on here. Oh yeah, look at that. Lots of grease on that. Somebody really greased that up good at one time. There shouldn't be any grease on it, because this is metal to either plastic nylon or metal sleeve. This was a plastic sleeve. You can kind of see, where's the camera? It's all black inside. That's old coil wear and just dirt from the years. I have a new sleeve we'll be putting on that. What I'm doing right now is I'm just wiping the dust off. I figure you're taking something apart, might as well clean it fully instead of putting it back dirty. Where's the coil stop? Take that off. And do that, and let's get new coil sleeves. Should be two of them. And lock up. It's two different coil sleeves. The little coil gets a little sleeve, the big coil gets a big sleeve. That's the difference. And this has a repair on it too. But that one's a decent repair, so we will leave that. But I'd like to see what's under it. Just in case. And it's been soldered. I think I'm going to resolder it, because can't always trust the last person. And my name will be on this game because I worked on it last. So, do you clean inside of the coil? Usually no, because that sleeve protects it, so you really don't need to clean inside of it, but you can. I have before at times cleaned inside of them, but today we're not going to. Do I have electric tape out here? I will have to find some. Didn't I have some in here? Or do I have it in my... There we go. Oh, there goes the good stuff. I knew I had it. There's the good stuff right there. When I first started doing this, I didn't replace the coil sleeves, and I used to clean the coils, and then I would have too many problems with issues with the game. So I started replacing the coil sleeves, and if it's really dirty inside the coil, I will clean it. But that wasn't really that dirty, so we didn't clean it. And I need a new jumper for that. How long is that? A little bit longer than that pliers, because I will have to get one of those too. The shaft we gotta wipe off. This should pull right out because we took the credit wheel off. This will wipe off too. This is the oh, I just realized who's watching me, Barry. Barry. I just remembered your name. Yes, you can clean the coils if you really want to. No wonder why you asked me, when am I going to be home? Barry. Thanks for watching, Barry. Yeah, I got to get that new wire for that. This is pretty clean. Another thing I'm going to do to it, this is green Scotch-Brite. I'm going to clean this off really good. This is where the shaft rides through that. And then when I do that, get out the old Q-tip. Excuse me, I had a little hiccup thing there. Get out the Q-tip. A little naphtha on it. So yeah, Barry, since you're here, I will show you something. If you're still here, unless you're wandering off in between doing things, I can show you your flipper bushing if you're still interested in that. That's clean. This I will spin in a circle, and I'll get it inside there. So Barry, as soon as you pop back up, is that you, Barry? You want me to fix his Big Ben? Yeah, Barry, you can go to my Mark's Basement Arcade on YouTube, and you can see how to do that. Let's get you a flipper bushing. I'll show you about them. If I can find my drawer that has them in. Here we go. Flipper bushing. And let's find a flipper. I don't have any around here. I'll just show you with a thing. Here's your bushing, which goes through the flipper mechanism into playfield. Now your flipper, let's make this as your flipper. Okay? Your flipper, as long as it goes in here and it doesn't have a lot of wobble like this, back and forth, it's good. As long as there's no cracking around here or cracking around here, you can just clean this and reuse it. But if your flipper wobbles back and forth like that inside the shaft, then replace it. But I get new ones with this every time I buy a flipper kit. And as you can see, I got like used ones that are still perfectly good that I just keep. I use the used ones on my machines. I put the new ones on new machines because if they're good, they're good. I got such a surplus of them now. I'm actually starting to throw them out because I don't need them, because I just got so many extra ones now. And I'm like, well, you got so many extras, why keep them? Why keep the old ones? Just throw them out. So almost every single one of my old ones I threw out except for those because I just realized I had them. So, but yeah, those I'll probably end up throwing out too. You can see how dirty this gets. That's just from years of use. And metal to metal contact with no lubricant. That's clean. We're going to clean those. I should use a new Q-tip. Yes, look how dirty that is. Let's get a new Q-tip. Oh, I lost a screw. No, I didn't. Get a new Q-tip. Q-tips are cheap. These are the Target brand Q-tips I use, the Up and Up brand. I like them a lot. I don't use regular Q-tip brands because they're just too expensive for this. So what I've been using is the Q-tip. The generic ones, the Up and Up ones, which are perfect. They're cheaper. They do the job. And they work, so why not? I like them. They got a nice flexible shaft on them. Alright, so we got that cleaned almost. What we need to do now, let's put a little more naphtha on that, and then we'll clean these completely off. So you know somebody who's got a Big Ben and they want you to fix it. Big Ben, luckily, is a very simple game. There's not a lot of stuff to do on Big Ben. But yeah, I always say an unknown game, just like this one. He told me it wasn't scoring correctly, and a little bit of this was goofy, and a little bit of that was goofy. And I'm like, well, when's the last time it was worked on? I think he said 1977 when he bought it. So I just told him, I said, you know what? I recommend just going through the whole game. I will take everything apart, clean it, lubricate it if necessary, and put it back together. And it should play for another 40-something years again with zero issues. But yet it's an EM. Even though I go through it, it can still pop up an issue every now and then, just because I'm going through and readjusting all the contacts. And since I'm doing that, the contacts might decide to go back into a different way after I adjusted them. So then I have to probably go to his house and readjust everything a little bit, which is common on a, what do you call it? Ow, why am I getting such tight wire? Because I twisted it, that's why. Duh, okay. I forgot I twisted it totally crazy to make it easier for me to work on. Alright, coil stop. Screwdriver. He borrowed you a telescope lenses and a pinball came up. Huh. That's interesting. This game, I think, My local arcade told him to contact me. I think that's how I got involved with this game. My local arcade is the Garcade in Menominee Falls. So, if any of you guys are from Wisconsin, go check out the Garcade. And this is like really impossible for me to get my adjustment on this and hold a screwdriver and get what is going on here, people. Alright, there. I'm probably just gonna not have to twist it like that until I get the screws in. So, have you worked on a Big Ben? No, never worked on one. I had a chance to buy one a while ago, but I didn't. Big Ben is I would say it's not a very popular game in the EM world because it's a very basic playfield that is not populated a lot. There's like a lot of open space with a lot of nothing in it. So a lot of EM people are not interested in it. I need to get that tighter, but we are going to have to do this. That is holding me back. There, I should do that the whole time. And let's see if this will get tighter. Maybe. Don't get me wrong, Big Ben might be a good game. It's just everything I seen about it, it doesn't look that entertaining as a game to me because there's like, it's so basic. But as I've said before, sometimes a basic game can be one of the best games to play because there is not a lot going on. Alright, so let's get some of this put back together. We're gonna get the super lube. You can get this at Harbor Freight. Yeah, not like El Dorado. El Dorado's a great game. El Dorado, what is it? They made 8 games with that playfield, I believe. 7 or 8 games they use that playfield for, which is kind of crazy because it was such a great layout. Let's see if I can get this right the first time. I always mix these up. Do you want to bet I screwed that up? I bet you are. I'll look at my pictures and I put that on wrong. I always do. Did I? I put it on right. Amazing, Mark. Just amazing. I never put those on right. I don't like how that spring is twisted like that. I wonder if I can untwist it. Let me get my needle nose pliers. See if I can give it a little untwist. I don't think I can. No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to untwist it. I think it's probably just better off leaving it alone. I will try to. No, I'm not going to be able to. It's not doing any harm being bent. It's still doing its job. So we will leave it. So yeah, if you got time, you go to the show in Chicago, and then right away after that is the Midwest Gaming Classic in Wisconsin. So you could actually kill two birds with one stone if you plan your vacation correctly. You could take, I forgot when does it start. Does it start on a Wednesday or like on a Thursday? And I forgot to launch here. That goes on there. You could take like a week off and then hit both of them. And X actually lubed up pretty good. It's fallen down, no issues, which is good. Those usually are sticky. Like I said, this mech was working great on this game. Dirty. Clean. I'm going to put a little dab of naphtha right directly on this here. Just to get it, any gunk that's in it out, which it doesn't really look like there's any. What I like about the naphtha too, it dries quick. Alcohol dries quick too. But I like the naphtha. It just has something to it that cleans better versus alcohol. So that's why I use naphtha mostly on everything. I don't like alcohol too much. Certain things I still use it for, but other things I don't. Alright, that's clean. We'll clean the shaft off here. There. That can go back like that. And I want to get that dry because we're going to put a little drop of that hey, what's up, Turbo? Is this Ryan or is it Dave? I think it's Ryan. Dan's not here. He's at the Bucks game, so I had to work 12 hours today, so I couldn't go on at my... Okay, Dave. Oh, yeah, Brenna, yeah, duh. I remember, because he's the one who messaged me about doing the Twitch stream with you guys. So anyways, yeah, today I got scheduled into overtime, which is not like regular overtime. Regular overtime is usually voluntary. Mine was scheduled today. So you said, hey, Mark, you're coming in on Sunday for 12 hours. And I'm like, boo-hoo. So, yeah, I worked from 6 to 6. And then I'm like, some things had to get done on this. And I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. This is the one Dave and I were working on. He did the square reels and the ball count unit. And just in all of our talking and whatever, I totally forgot the replay unit / credit unit. I just totally slipped my mind and it never ever got rebuilt. So today I figured, you know what, I have a short amount of time to work, so let's tear this apart and we will work on this. This one's got a metal sleeve. That's garbage. So I'm like, yeah, let's just quick slap this back together, tear it apart, clean it, put it back together, and then put a free play on it, put a jumper, and then that's it. This game was supposed to take quarters, but it's only got one quarter mech, and so I don't, and it just seems like it's beat up real bad. I don't think it would take a quarter. I'm thinking if it did take a quarter, it would do something weird. But so anyways, and then I gotta put a jumper, a new wire on here, because it's been like soldered. I don't know, I could probably, oh no, we'll see. I'm probably gonna just put a new wire on it. I don't like to use new wires because then you need the right colored one. And you know how people are with their schematics and they're like, it's supposed to be a blue wire, and then there's a red one. And you wonder why. There's not the right color, but since that's just a short lead, I might leave it, but if it was my machine, I'd replace it for sure. But since this is not my machine, I'm leery about just putting a different color wire on it. So I'm thinking I just might, it's soldered together good. Ouch, that poked me. So I just might just tape it up and leave it. But yeah, it's got a good solder on it, so I think we're just gonna tape it. Like I said, it's not my machine, and so I don't know, you know, but it's original color wire, and I just hate hacking it up. You know how when people hack up pinball machines, you're like, why did they do that? Why did they hack it up? So anyways, I think it's better off if I just tape it up. It's soldered good, it's connected good. It was doing its thing. So let's tape it up and call it a day. And then this one I forgot I got a tape too, because it was cut and then soldered very poorly, taped very poorly. So I resoldered it, and I'm gonna retape it. But yeah, I would like to put new wire on it, but this one goes through the whole harness, so this one I wouldn't have anyways. But what I have done before is cut the wire completely off and then use the old wire and zip tie it to where I did it. I guess I could have did that there, and then it would have been just like somebody came back in the future, they'd be like, what's this? And they see the zip tie do it, and they're like, oh, that's the original wire. Alright, so what we need to do now is move this here and there and there. I have my jumper that I'm going to put on, but I also got to clean these contacts, so I'm using my little drill master tool that Dave got me, so I can clean these contacts real quick in a couple seconds instead of a minute or two. Oh, this is hard. because I got the switch stack all loose. So it was like fighting me the whole time. Alright, then this will just wind back up, put the zip tie on, and it's all done. Yes, I love this tool. You know, everybody has told me to get a Dremel. Get a Dremel, dude, you know. Quit using the sandpaper. Just get a Dremel. You'll be happy. I'm like, yeah, you know, I like the sandpaper. Dave brought it over. Did it, and I'm like, yep. I'm totally using it. So yes, I thank Dave for throwing this thing in my hands and saying, here you go. Use this. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm so happy that he brought that over and gave it to me. And I'm like, this is like the best, most awesome thing ever. Now, where did I put that coil stop? You know it's around here. It's right there in front of you, dummy. And this is, did I clean this? Yes, that's clean. Alright. This will go in here. And we'll go back near like that. We get our coil stop. I still use the sandpaper for certain things. Like where I can't get into with the Dremel. Like under the playfield and stuff in certain little spots. I still use the sandpaper. Using my little magnetizer to get this a little more magnetic again. That's a handy little tool. That little magnetizer, demagnetizer thing. That's a handy tool. Okay, there's my other screw. I love that thing too. And this will just squeeze together like that. Make sure I got the stop tight, which I probably don't have to do on both sides because I already tightened it down. Alright, that's tight. I don't think I need my soldering tool yet. We will get that lubed. Where's my lube? Right here. Super lube. You need a magnetic 1/4 inch tool. Yeah, I also have a what do you call it? Oh, I forgot to oil that. I have a just a little grabber tool. I put a little bit of lube just on these 2 points right here where that rests into the coil, because that's just metal to metal and it's wear. And I'll do the same right here because that's wear. Where's the cap? I don't think we need this anymore. Oh, and then here, let's lift this back up here a little bit right there, because that rubs on that, and I think there's one other little spot where we're gonna rub too. And I need my other oil, which is over here. Where is it? There it is. Like I said, I'm very unorganized today because I wasn't planning on doing this. And then while I was at work driving around, I'm like, dude, you know what? Just get this over with. Do this little short stream today. And you'll be happy. This, since this is like pressed together, you can't really get in there with anything. So I put one little drop on there. And just keep wiggling it back and forth. And it will work its way into it. Now that's all in there, and I'll just take the clean part of my rag and wipe any a little bit off there, and that's fully lubricated. part. That goes like that. Yes, that rides on there like that. This, I wipe the washer off. Wipe the C-clip off. We'll snap that back on there. Alright, we got that on. Now we'll get the shaft. Yes, I did need to lubricant a little bit yet. And that's one reason why I work on this with the glass out. If that was a screw or something like that, it would have probably dropped right through and hit the glass. And that's why you remove your glass from your heads whenever you're working on them. And then put the glass in a very, very, very safe spot. I have a special cabinet that I put the glass inside, and nothing gets near it because I never go in that cabinet unless I need glass. And that's all that is in there. Oh, and a fish tank, but that's glass too. Alright. This will set down. And this is the stopper right here that keeps this wheel to where it only stops on one spot, which is right in here. Wipe the crud that's on there off. This right here will rest right in that indentation. If I can get all this apart. What is that? Lever. Oh, that's nothing. And then that will rest to go right down in there. And we can move all these gears and stuff and we'll drop. And see how this winds around. As it goes around down and it goes back down, it has to stop right there. It can't go any further. And then what do we got? 3 spins. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, we'll go back onto there like that. Yeah, that always lets it go back down. Alright. It will work better with springs on it. This one goes here. Let's do this. I like the way it sits better like that. This ginormous one. Did that wrong. Let's get this off first, then put this one down. That sets all the way down into there, and then that goes onto that right there, and it's got grooves so the spring goes in. We should have good clicking up and now clicking down. Okay, that's good. So we got that set. Let's get the switch back on. And which was fun to take off. I guess we could turn it like this. Like I said, I'm in a really awkward state right here. I'm like bent and hunched over this machine. Well, the head. This will come off like that. That's the bottom and that's the top. That will slide back down through there. We'll get a nut on the bottom to keep it together. And this nut will keep it together so it doesn't fall apart. This nut will keep it together. And we got this other part that we forgot to put on. And when we do all this, the Pinball will work, yeah, for another 40-something years. I forgot to put this on. That was Captain and Tennille. Without the Captain and without Tennille. Let's get that screw off. Put the plate. The plate is bent. I don't know if you can see it. Right there, it's kind of dome shape. We want to put that so the dome is down. So when we tighten it up, it springs and it makes it tighter. It will help keep the nuts tighter. And let's get the screws in there. We'll tighten it up. Might have to get my, what do you call it out? These are all wonky. I'm just using the side of my screwdriver to push all these leaves together so they're like nice and tight against each other and they're level. And then that's probably spinning. Alright, that's tight. And then this one. That's tight. Alright, we got that tight and that tight. Now, for the free play mod. As you can see, this contact, can we get it tighter? And, what did I knock down? My phone. Ah! Alright. Free play mod. This is connected right now. Right here. And this one's connected. So that's turning off the credit light that's on the apron. There's a little white light that's on the apron near the left flipper that tells you there's a credit in the machine, and this is also telling the machine there's no credit. The minute you flip this up, this lever right here, screwdriver, this lever right here with the white thing on it, the spacer, makes this leaf touch, and then this leaf will touch this leaf to tell the machine that there's a credit in it. It doesn't know how many credits in it, it just knows that there's enough credits in it. And then that will click all the way up until that. So now it tells the machine that there's max credits in it. And now, since this one is open, it will not let this mechanism advance anymore. It cuts the power to this wire right here, which is the coil. As you can see, can you see? Yes, I want to do more of them. I'm trying to get more on my channel. I have a Williams Lucky 7 that's going to be on my YouTube channel. So that'll be something that's interesting. So yeah, this will cut the power. There's this wire right here that you can see I'm wiggling. That goes through this leaf and then goes to this wire to the coil. So when this is open, this wire is basically cut in half, so it can't go up. But the minute we go down, now it's connected. So now this coil can actually fire and add more credits until it gets to the next click and separates it. So that means this coil will not fire and it will not add any more credits to the machine. And then once this counts down, and one more, now this leaf gets released and this leaf gets released, and this one makes a contact. But we need to adjust both of them because this one is severely bent and twisted. And I have OCD against this stuff, so it drives me crazy when I see it. And how tight are we getting? And what I am looking for is when this stack goes up, let me do this. When this stack is going up, it's moving this leaf right here, and this leaf get moved. That is all twisted up too. So that's what I want to see. And there is movement on them. What we get for movement is when let me get this out of here. You get the leaves like this. Yeah, it's hard for me to do this. Alright, right there. They're open, and when they close, the contacts hit, and then they do a little wipe. You will get that. What that is doing, it's cleaning the contact every time. It makes the contact, and then it moves it just that little bit, so that contact is always getting a little rub. Like that. So that's what you want every time. That is you're guaranteeing a good contact. And in this, however, it needs a little tweaking. This has got to go down just a little bit, I think. Too much. And that's another thing too. This is all bent and twisted. This has to come up a little bit. Not a lot. Okay, that moved. It didn't. You only got so much room in here though to get these to work right. This one's not going to move too much because it's a very thick contact. But I got this one to move. Okay, this one moves good, and this one moves good. And that is, this one right here is just very tight up against that one, which is good. I gotta go all the way up. Last click. Oh, it's too far. Let's give that a little bit more. We get one extra. That is tight. Alright, now what we're going to do to trick this machine, we should just jump this wire and this wire, and that should do the free credit mod, which I believe is correct. It's either going to be this one or this next leaf. I think it's this top one. I believe it's that one. If not, it will be the next one. So it's either going to be these two contacts we jump together. This way, can you even see them? Yeah. The top leaf we're either jumping together, or the leaf below it gets a jump. But I believe it's the top leaf. So, if it doesn't work after I get the game up and running, we'll just move the jumper to the next leaf. What I'm doing right now, I'm just soldering tinning the leaf, which is I'm just putting a little flux on it and then solder. I'm gonna do now. Can you see? Yeah. I will solder that down to it. Do your wriggle test. I just don't like that. Yeah. See, you have your glass out. You don't develop those problems. You know how I learned that? I learned it the hard way on one game of mine. There's jumper. And another thing too, you notice this is a totally odd color that I'm using. I wanted it to be that way, so when the customer, if he doesn't like the free play mod, which I don't see why he wouldn't, you can just cut the wire off. But like I said, I don't believe that credit mech even works in this game. I do not believe it works because it's so jacked up. So now what we're doing is we just jumpered this top switch so it's always contacted no matter what. Now, let's zoom this out. And we will get a green, what do you call it? Microfiber cloth. We will put my flux away. You don't like to solder, get your flux out. Get your flux out, get your flux out. Flux is kind of like a cleaner to clean the wire, and then it preps the wire for soldering. So you can think of flux in that way. We're going to clean this. And let me use this towel. We'll use a clean part on it to get the dust off. And then Novus 2. I use Novus 2 on everything. A little blurb on there. Roll it like that. And then we will just do this. So yeah, on my channel I have coming up, well, which is going on right now, is Williams Star Action. If you're into an old EM, that's being uploaded weekly. After that will be a Chicago Coin Casino, which is gone and out the door, and it's just waiting to upload. And then a Williams Sorcerer, which I'm doing a playfield swap on. Alright, that's clean. So what we need to do now is get this like that, so we know how that goes, and get this like that, because we want the one credit to be at the bottom area. Is that as far as it goes? And yeah, that's as far as it goes. Get your flux out. Get your flux out. Get your flux out. It's extreme Get the Funk Out song. But when I see certain things, it makes me trigger songs sometimes. So I thought that was kind of funny. Get your flux out. Get your flux out. Get your flux out. You don't need a He-Man that one because it's tighter. It's got a lock washer. And we should be on 0. We add a credit. We're on 1. Go down credit. We're on 0. That's what we wanted. And that will lay like that. And where's that little plastic thing in my bobber now? Where did that go? See, I should have took it off the playfield. Now I have to hunt it down. Or I guess once I move the head, I will find it. It'll go rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I will take the screw. And I can't find it. Did it fall down through? Yes, it did. Okay. That's why. That little spacer goes on there. And we will get the screw back in. So yeah, I will, trust me, I watch my language. That's why I say get the flux out. I have blurped up before, but that was a one thing. So yeah, Barry, if you wanna if you're gonna stick around a little bit longer, and Thorville, I will show you the playfield swap I'm doing as soon as we get this button back up. These are my new, what do you call it? My new tools. I love them. This is a new net driver. From Marco Pinball. What I like about these, they're drilled down inside, so you get the longer screws will go down into them. Now that's a bigger, what do you call it? So I will have to get the other wrench. And that is still too big. And we need a washer for that one too. Get your flux. I don't know why that song is stuck in my head. And of course, it's like metric. So let's put these two back. Okay. 10 millimeter or 9 millimeter? I want you to be like a 8 or a 10.5. 8. Okay. Washer we need. We need a washer. What size is it going to be? Probably a 8. Yes, let's get an 8. I always buy like bags. You want to... I don't really have any like donate thing going up, but if you want to message me, you can, I will say, give you my PayPal address if you want to send me something. I just do what I can. What I really would like is just people to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is here. If you want to do anything, like and subscribe. Well, actually subscribe. watch my videos, like them. And if you have any comments, put your comments in. I know, Barry, you do a lot, which is awesome. But yeah, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, then I can get monetized, which would be cool. I don't like that nut either. I don't know if I have any. I know that's not the right one on there. I'm going to see if I have a nut to put on there. I do not believe I do. So I might have to dig one out later on. No, I don't have one. I just don't like this. It's wrong. Alright, let's put this back down in there. That's all good. I just want to make sure I didn't break any wires. You always want to make sure that nothing's broke. Because trust me, it's really crazy after you do all this. Oh, and this is the knocker thing. Every time you, like when you add a credit, you get a knock. This is what does that. That's like one of the worst things, when you break a wire and you put something back together and it doesn't function correctly. And you're like, what is going on here? And you realize you broke a wire. Alright. 3 more screws. And then we can move this head out of the way. Actually, we can put it back on the machine. That's way it's permanently out of the way. And we can check if it's got free credits or not. And then I know if I got to move that jumper. And then I will show the sorcerer I'm working on, which will be looking totally different tomorrow. Okay. Let's get this camera out of the way. Alright. You guys should be able to see me now. Hey! Alright. Let's put these over here. This. I'm going to swivel you that way. So we're on 0 credits right now. Man. Getting old, Mark. Alright, put 2 of the head bolts back in. Oh, you almost got some entertainment out of that one. I don't have them tight because I'm not really doing anything with this game. I'm just kind of here. Alright. Now let's get this up through. We will plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. Glade commercial. Plug it in, plug it in. There's that. Get my 10-foot long power cord. I did put a new power cord on it yesterday. Yesterday, I think it was. Because I put a really short one on for some reason. I'm like, that's too short. Alright. Whenever you plug something in, make sure you go over it one more time. Nothing's laying in the way. Nothing's in the way. Alright. Plug it in. Turn it on. Get that. Now, we're on 0 credits. And I got the jumper in the wrong spot. I jumpered it in the wrong spot, people. So I'm going to have to take that off and put it on the one below like I said I was going to, if it didn't jumper right. But we're going to use the alligator clip and do that instead for right now. Okay, got alligator clip in. Yeah. So it's on second wire, not that top one, it's the one right below it. So I'll have to take the head off. I'm not doing it now. I will take that off and we will do it, but let's see how it dings. Oh, that's a reset. And we get a reset. Gotta love just how EMs talk to you. So, like I said, it's always hit and miss for me on those. What do you call it? Yeah, that Whirlwind Translate is in really, really good shape. I don't know why he really replaced it. Oh yeah, he got a bunch of translates for free, or he got that for free for some reason, so he put it in. So I'm like, what are you doing with the old one? He's like, throwing it out. I'm like, really? Do you want it? Yes. It's yours. So I got Whirlwind Translate. I also got another one too. I got a Baywatch one too. Why are you replacing that? It's a little beat up. Are you going to throw it out? No, I'm going to give it to you. Thank you. So that's how I got the Baywatch one. I haven't put it up yet. But I do have something better than a Baywatch Translate. I have the Baywatch the Translate came off of. So that is, what is the issue with the Sorcerer? We're going to get to that as soon as I can get some of these tools out of my way. And I will show you everything about the Sorcerer. And that will be on my channel soon. And I just want to get these tools out of my way because I'm going to show you the Sorcerer. I gotta take that head off. Oh, and fix it. The Sorcerer, actually, it really didn't have any problems. It had, there's one post by near the ball lock where the upper left flipper hits. That I guess is a common issue with Sorcerers, and they just get beat really bad. And it ends up where the wood, where the post is screwed into, it takes such a beating, it usually knocks the post right off and out. Okay, that's unplugged, that's unplugged. Put the phone in the pocket. And this is the issue with the Sorcerer. This is the first issue, the original playfield. And this is the post right here. Actually, let's do this. See if we can get that other camera on. Because it's got a better picture. original playfield right here. If I can get it into the middle. It's just hard figuring out where this is. Let me get it back off on autofocus. There's the post. It just got so beat up, the post broke loose, which technically you could have probably just drilled that out, put a T-nut in it, you know, on the other side, and been done and had a day. This is another really weird repair. It's like a, I don't know, where are we? This is so hard to do on camera. Excuse me, I learned a little hiccup. I don't know what that was on there. It's not lead, actually. Or is it? Yeah, it kind of feels like lead. Okay, I'm guessing what that was all balled up real bad. And I'm thinking, yes, I'm thinking it's solder. Yeah, this playfield is in pretty good condition. Let me unzoom it. There's wear right here. You got wear right there. There's a little wear right here. They had put mylar over it. I'm guessing this was routed at one time. It's got a little wear right here, and then somewhere right here. But I did Novus to this for the guy, and did what do you call it? I haven't waxed it yet, but I was gonna wax it. This looked a lot worse when I first got it, but it's an excellent wall hanger. So and it's still got all the original wiring on it. And the circles are where the T-nuts were. And so let's get that out of the way. So yeah, it's a good playfield. But the one he gave me to put on is a little better. As you can see, this playfield is in much, much better shape. Actually, you can tell right here why it's in such good shape. That's why. I'm brand new Merco playfield. So we're doing a full playfield swap on it. That's the only like real issue that I'm doing right now. I'm trying to get my camera up higher. And why is that twisted around? Oh, because I twisted the camera. I forgot. I had my camera set in one way. I know you guys are probably like, what the hell, dude? Alright. So, since it had the little issues with it, he just wanted a brand new playfield. So, I'm doing a full playfield swap on it. I have the wiring harness over the side. Right now we got new pop bumper bodies and skirts. This is all the original guides that are on it. I did put new all wiring in it. It's got all new bulb sockets, new wiring. The T-nuts are the original. There was nothing wrong with them, so why not reuse them? So I got that all ready to go. And yeah, it's going to be a beautiful machine when I'm done. I am doing videos on this, and they will be on my channel, which is... I hope you're there, Barry, otherwise you're missing us. There's my channel. I'm guessing they'll be up in fall on this machine. I'm doing X-pin displays on it. We're also doing lighted bumper flipper buttons. He's got all new flippers for it. It's getting LED'd, so it's getting all that. What else? We can go through the parts. What else are we doing? Flipper rebuild. Got Titan rubbers for it. New posts. What else? That's garbage. These are the Bright Mods lighted flipper buttons that are going on it. Sorcerer LED kit. We got 2 different flavors of flippers. We're either going white or yellow. And it's the same with the rubbers. We're either going pink. Well, it's not like pink. It's kind of like a fuchsia. Either we're going that or red. I thought it might be cool to have that like fuchsia up on the top left flipper, and then red down at the bottom because it's red down here. We got new lane guides. And you got some brand new Marco balls for it. So yeah, that's what's going on with it. Otherwise, it played great. It worked great. Oh, and he's got brand new CPR plastics for it too that I'm gonna put on. So we got all that going on it. Stay. So yeah, we have. Let's get you back up here. So yeah, we got all that going on in the machine. So what? Yeah, I love this game. It was fun to play. Really fun to play. You said you looked for one for a while, and this one isn't in bad shape. You know, it's been routed, but the slide art is great on it. He was talking about redoing it. I'm like, I don't know, why do it when you're gonna have another pin on the side of it and another pin on the side of it? Who cares about the art? As long as that back glass looks good, which it does, and you know, the playfield looks good, and the plastics are gonna look good because they're brand new. So I took this. This was it was a 2 deal. It was gonna be a Flight 2000 and Sorcerer cash, and another pinball machine was gonna be the trade. Oh, my thing froze up. But I hope you guys are still there. So that happened, and then oh, I hate when this thing freezes up. So then we got that froze up. There we go, we're back. So the deal was, I was going to do the Sorcerer, new playfield, new CPR playfield for the Flight 2000, and then I was getting cash, and then Stern Wildfire pinball. But things happened, and this and that. I'm not going to go into big details. So he's like, dude, can we do a different deal? I'm like, what? So I got the Flight 2000 in trade for doing a playfield swap on here, and then I bought the Wildfire. So it was a good deal for both of us. The Flight 2000, it's got you know, the launch that goes on the side and like that and like that. One of the coils, it just keeps firing. I think it's just the diode is fried, or the capacitor is fried, and it's just holding the switch engaged. So the Flight 2000's got decent wear on the playfield, but he's got he bought new CPR plastics for it, and he bought a new CPR back glass for it. So I'm getting a Flight 2000 with new CPR plastics and a new CPR back glass. I bought the Wildfire, and this I'm doing for the Flight 2000. So I think it was a good deal for both of us, since the Flight 2000 does have good wear on a playfield. Wear enough where my Flight 2000 that I have, I am gonna stick my Flight 2000 playfield in there, and then he changed it because he had some surgery, and the surgery ended up being a lot more than what he thought it was going to be. A lot more. So, which I can totally understand. So, this deal was still good for both of us. So, anyways, my Flight 2000's got a pretty decent playfield, except for one part where they decided to put a screw up through the playfield by the flipper, which it isn't really bad. It bothers me a little bit, but it doesn't affect any play really. So I'm going to take his Flight 2000, do the playfield swap. I had bought a Flight 2000 playfield that I was going to do on mine. So I'm going to take that new playfield I got, I'm going to do a swap on it, throw it onto my game, take all the good parts off of both games, make one minty game, and then sell the other Flight 2000. So anyways, that's about it. And how long have we been going? That says 9:20, and we went for about 2 hours, which it says 1:44:53. So I went a lot longer than I thought I was gonna. I got some vegging out time to do later. Hey, thank you for following Caliburn Knight 42. Caliburn Knight 42. I hope I got that right. I hope I did not butcher your name up real bad. I'm sorry if I did. But with these bifocals, it's hard to read that stuff really quick. So, and plus I really need new glasses, and I'm rambling on as like I usually do. But anyways, people that if anybody is new to this channel and you're not really knowing what's going on, I'm Mark's Basement Arcade. I have a channel on YouTube called Mark's Basement Arcade. This is tvMGC, which is a variety channel. It's not just pinball. Usually tonight at 9:30 or 9 p.m., Dan would be on with theme parks, family entertainment center, and arcades. He's used to work for Great America, so he's got a lot of info on roller coasters and stuff like that. He runs the Midwest Gaming Classic, so you learn about that too and things that are going on. And then a lot of times he'll play video games and then go through the video games, but it's very entertaining and you just learn about a lot of stuff in the industry. Monday at 9:30 p.m. Blah blah blah. These are all Central times. Monday at 9:30 p.m. is Gamer Zone, which is Gamer Zone. They talk about everything that's new in the industry and all that cool stuff. Tuesday at 7 p.m. is Ed's Pinball Mayhem Workbench. Ed Pinball Mayhem is also on YouTube. Check it out. Ed is what we call the coin op guy. If you drop a coin in it, Ed does it. He does it all on the channel at 7 p.m. This is all on tvMGC on Twitch. Wednesdays is Stories of the MGC, which is Midwest Gaming Classic. I think Wednesdays and Thursdays, the shows are changing. Yes, you can message me later and we'll chat. You know, what we normally do every now and then. So yeah, Barry, catch you later. Or Minnesota Outdoors, MN Outdoors. Thursdays, I think, is a new show called The 414, which is Milwaukee area code, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I think there's 3 guys, and they're connected to each other remotely, and they play like old video games, and I think they argue back and forth and discuss the games and do history and facts and trivia and stuff like that. I never get to watch them because I go to bed early because I wake up super early, so I never get to watch the Thursday show. And then the day I had a Friday off where I could have watched it, they weren't on. So I think it's like every other week. But I don't really like watching these shows that are pre-recorded, because right now I'm talking to you, and if you don't see the chat and you can't follow the chat, what's going on, it's kind of like weird conversation, and I got OCD real bad, and it freaks me out, so I can't usually watch a pre-recorded show that has interaction with the people. And then Fridays is 9:30 p.m. is Late Night Leveling. Josh is the guy that does the show, he does races and stuff like that on a computer. It's interesting. So if you're interested in that stuff, check it out. And then Sundays at 2 p.m. Central Time is my show. I had to do some scheduled overtime today, so I didn't come on till like 7:30. So I'm gonna put a link up. Let me do this. If you do you guys have Amazon Prime? If you do, there's a link right there. Click it, put it into your browser. We're going to be ending soon, so that shows you how to subscribe to the channel for free if you have Amazon Prime, which is pretty cool. Also, if you have Discord, which is kind of like Facebook but not crazy censored, you can join our Discord channel there. I have one too, which is Mark's Basement Arcade, but sorry I don't really update it that much because I do just basically everything on MGC. There's our schedule if you're interested in the rest of the programming that we have. And I don't think we have one going on yet. Yes, we have no giveaway going on right now. But just by watching and following, you earn points. So when we do have a giveaway, you already got a chunk of change built up to get you going for the next giveaway. I think our last giveaway was one of these. There's one of these little garbage can Hako solder tip cleaners. This is mine. I have a desoldering gun I had bought, and this had come with it. A stand. I don't think it's the exact same cleaner. I think it's, I don't know, it might be. But I got this soldering stand that mine came with. Ed was giving those away at Pinball Mayhem. That was his personal giveaway. But, and then I was doing, I had a free ticket for MGC show. Midwest Gaming Classic, which is November 5th through the 7th, 2021. Be there or don't be there, but Midwest Gaming Classic is the world's biggest show, at least I think in the United States, of its kind. If you're into cosplay, board games, computer games, handhelds, museum, pinball, video games, swap meets, lectures, meeting celebrities, all that cool stuff. Come check us out. That's MidwestGamingClassic.com. You can see it on the bottom of your screen right there. It gives you the date, and like us on Facebook for all things related to MGC. And I hope you are one of the recent followers that are right here. This is pretty cool that I can do this because I can see you on the screen right there. Anyways, I'm sorry for rambling on. I do that sometimes, but yeah, it's 9:30 just about. We should turn that off. Night. So yeah, check us out at Mark's Basement Arcade, and please like and subscribe. And normally I'm here Sunday at 2. I will be here Sunday at 2. We will be doing the playfield on the Williams Straight Flush. We will be putting all the playfield plastic and a post and the rubbers on. I'll have the free play mod done on the head correctly by then, and this game should be ready to fire up and do some testing on it. Oh, and we got to rebuild the ball shooter too. That's a quick thing to do, but blah 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 blah. Mark, you're rambling on. So anyways, everybody, I appreciate you watching, you following, subscribing. I appreciate everybody that's here. I'm gonna go veg out upstairs and probably watch some YouTube, because I find that YouTube channels are a lot more interesting than TV lately, because they're usually just like this show. It's just free, do as you want. You don't have to worry about some producers being like, Mark, stand here because you're blocking. But yeah, this will be another project that will be coming up. This is actually Midwest Gaming Classics, Baywatch. I'm doing a trade with them. I get to keep the game till they need it back, but they're getting a fully shopped and clean game back. So it's a win-win. I get to tear it apart, get some video content for this channel right here, Mark's Basement Arcade on YouTube. They get a machine that's been fully tore apart, everything cleaned, waxed, and put back together and shiny again. So, anybody got anything to add? Well, we got 7 people there. We can chat about anything. If you got any questions, feel free to ask me. I don't know exactly what mayonnaise is made of. I think it's made out of oil and egg white. I think it is. So I think I know what mayonnaise is made out of. If you have any other weird questions like that, I might be able to answer them. And then Elf says hi. He's the mascot of Mark's Basement Arcade and EM Chat. So anyways, yeah, I guess we're going to end it here, just under 2 hours. It's going to be actually less than that once I at the beginning and end off, because there's music that plays at the end when I hit the end, and some reason YouTube doesn't like that. So if you missed any of the show, you can watch it on Twitch for a week or 2, and then it just disappears. But if you go to Mark's Basement Arcade, you can see the whole show. It will be documented, and it will stay on Mark's Basement Arcade. So anyways, I guess everybody, yeah, catch you later, and I'm happy that you guys spent your Sunday evening watching me ramble on and whatever. So I guess take care, everybody. Later. Hit the button. I don't want to hit the button. Hit the button.